Hello there, a very warm welcome along to the Voice of Boxing podcast in association with Loungers TV, the streaming platform you all need to get on. And with me today, one of my favourite fighters, a guy that I go way back with, somebody who's excited us for many years on the heavyweight scene. And I'm delighted to say he is back on Sunday. Dillian White, it is always a pleasure. Thank you for joining us.
It is, Adam. It's always nice to see. Like you said, we go way back from the start of my career. So, it's nice. We've been through a lot in and outside of the ring. It's good to see you back, happy and smiling, looking well, my friend.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And
worries,
it's good to see you smiling, and it's good to see you back in a ring in Gibraltar on Sunday. I'll be over there. I can't wait. You obviously are really pleased. There's been a lot of difficulties outside of the ring the last 2 or 3 years, but you made a comeback in Ireland. Now it's Gibraltar, and I guess the train is rolling again.
Yeah, it's good to be back. All I've ever wanted out of this game is a fighting chance, and have one again. So now it's just time to revamp my career and put some new life back into my career again. So. Very exciting. I'm like a lot of ups and downs, and it's been kind of tough mentally more than anything else. But it's good to be back. Obviously, big thanks to the DAZN for getting behind me and making this happen. It was a quick turnaround. So yeah, it's amazing. Feels good. It's good to have that fight week feeling again. Obviously, training, obviously dieting, not having sugar and stuff. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's very good. It's very good.
I've got a hot chocolate here, so I'll keep that away from you. It's pretty cold in London.
I got massive water here, so it's okay.
It's pretty cold. Ebenezer Tete from Accra in Ghana, big puncher. We know him well. Only one defeat to Daniel Dubois. What are you expecting on Sunday night in Gibraltar?
You know what? I'm expecting the unpredictable because you remember these fighters. I can relate to him because I come from a background of poverty and not having anything and trying to change my life. And I've been to work hard and waiting for the opportunity, looking for the opportunity. And he had one against Daniel. I know he's got one against me, and he knows if he beats me, his whole life can change. So I expect him to be dangerous. I expect him to put up a good fight. And he's a big puncher. And for me, the most impressive thing is with him is since he lost to Daniel Dubois, he's gone away and got 2 wins. Most people lose and the big stage and they say, you know what? I can be a journeyman, get paid 10 grand to go to the UK or America every 2 weeks and losing, just continue losing. But it shows that he's got ambitions and he wants to fight and he enjoys the feeling of winning. So yeah, I'm expecting a good fight Sunday.
He's obviously got ambition. As you say, he hits very hard, and he's probably looking at you and thinking you haven't been quite the same in the last 2 or 3 years, and maybe this is the chance for him because, of course, the heavyweight world 2025 is going to be absolutely incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, 2025 is going to be amazing. I definitely want to be a part of it. I want my seat at the table, and Ebenezer is probably looking at me and I'm thinking I've been inactive. Obviously, things have been going good and stuff, but they'll think that until they get in there and I start touching them bit by bit, and then after they realize, okay, and I'm in a good mood. Last time out in Ireland, I was angry and I was frustrated. I just wanted to fight. I didn't listen to nothing buddy say, and I was like, buddy, I just want to fight, buddy. I just want to get hit and. I wanted to see if I still got it. Is there still dog? Is it still fire in me? Does it feel the same way when I get punched? Do I get hit and keep going and start biting? So that fight, but I got that out of the way. Now I feel good. I want to go show a little bit of skills. I want to get a couple of rounds as well. So let's see.
Yeah, did you feel that with Christian Hammer back in Ireland? It was a sort of comeback, and it felt like it was a little bit low key. Do you feel now that, as you say, you seem happy and you seem more content and ready to test yourself again at this stage in your career?
Yeah, that's why finish this year off, and next year I want to be busy. If the big fights are there or not, I want to be busy, and I just want to get that run going that I had a few years ago where I'm fighting, testing myself, I'm fighting these good guys and beating guys I shouldn't be beating. I just want to get that going again. I miss that feeling of having to test myself and prove myself. I miss it, man.
You've got a bit of love for Gibraltar as well. It's not the first time you've been there. You're back on DAZN, which has become the umbrella really of getting everybody over.
Hmm.
Frank's bringing his stable over in April. Eddie, as we know, are there. There's many others, Golden Boy, GBM, who are under that DAZN umbrella. So you've got the platform, and you're in Gibraltar. Where it's a sort of home away from home a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? Gibraltar and Jamaica got a crazy history that no one knows. In the world, when the war was on, they sent like 2,000 people to Jamaica. So most people here that's born over the age of 60, they was probably born in Jamaica, funny enough. And a lot of people didn't know that because Jamaica was under the British umbrella and they evacuate like a lot of people here today. So it's been good, to give some connections there. And then I got good connections with the people here. The COVID, having the fight in COVID was amazing because things were in lockdown, nothing was going on, there's no excitement, and they allowed us 500 people. So that gave me a good fan base here and good support here and good memories. Obviously, I got knocked up by Povetkin, so this was one of the only places to get even with him at the time. So good memories here, made some good connections here, and good support here. And I've done a lot here as well because the amateur clubs in Gibraltar, they didn't get on. They was clashing against each other. They wouldn't help each other. They wouldn't. And I managed to sort that out in that time when I was here. I said, listen, this was going on for years, not like 5, 10 years. And I managed to speak to them, get both of them to sit down together, get the three of them to sit down together and work together. So that was good, you know what I mean? They was like, no, it's impossible. I said, watch, I'm gonna start that watch. And now they work together, they go up together, gym and spar each other and stuff. So, they've been good to me and I've been good to them.
I like that. I like the way you've made it happen. You made it happen for them, but you haven't made it happen yet. Really, in your career, you still need those big fights and the politics and everything that there is there. But
Yeah,
there's a man called Turkey Al Sheikh who's turned boxing on its head, a
yeah,
new landscape. Well, obviously, we've got Usyk Fury next week. I'll ask you your opinion about that in a second. But for
yeah.
you, Dillian, 2025 could be that year, really, where it all does come together at this stage, but you want to know that you've still got it, which I guess Sunday is a little preparation for that.
Yeah, God willing, I just, like I said, I just want a fighting chance. I see at the table to prove myself. I don't want nothing to be given to me. I just want a chance to fight for what I think I deserve, like I've always done. So hopefully, God willing, we can make something happen, and I will get the call and get some big fights. But I understand that there's a lot of fights already been planned, and he's gonna fight him, and he's gonna fight him. So if that's not happening, then I want to be busy. I want to fight 3 times minimum next year, 4 times possibly if I can.
I think that's key, isn't it? Getting momentum, because as you say, there's a lot of you guys. There's many heavyweights. There's almost like a magic pot, isn't there, for Turkey to
Hmm.
pick out, and you want to be one of
Yeah,
those names, and you
yeah,
deserve to be.
I would love to be. Obviously, in Tokyo Shake's done a great job. If it wasn't for him, a lot of these fights wouldn't be happening. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these guys wouldn't be working together. Like he's made a lot of fights happen, and anything that's fantasy for the fans, he makes it happen. Anything the fans is talking about or showing interest in, he makes it happen, and that's great. That's great to have someone like that in boxing. And thank you for the amazing job he's doing for boxing.
How hard has it been for you, with the difficulties outside of the ring, to look in from the outside, I guess? Because when we worked together at Sky and you were topping box office bills and really the man then, how tricky has
Yeah,
it been, sort of personally, mentally for you, Dillian?
it's been really hard because in boxing there's no middle ground. You're either here or you're here, and then sometimes when you come from here to there, it's very hard. But it's been tough, but because I've been in so many ups and downs in my life and in my career, I sort of just find a way to be stubborn and resilient and keep pushing through. But been very hard. It's been very, very. I walked away. I said, what, forget boxing. I'm done with it. For like a year, I was like, I was busy doing other things. Just didn't wasn't training. Didn't care about boxing. Was just being a normal guy, normal family guy, and doing normal stuff, and just taking kids to school, riding my dirt bike, spending time with my dog, hanging out, just doing normal stuff, you know what I mean? And then one day I just said, what, I miss this. I'm gonna start training again. And even my team, when I said I want to focus on getting back in, I was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm serious. And I went to America for the Christian Emma fight. I was like almost 300 pounds. and I managed to lose 40 pounds and got myself in some kind of shape. And for Christian Hammer, I was there for like 2 months getting into shape, away from the family and got myself in shape for Christian Hammer. I was so disappointed Christian Hammer had a go for 2 or 3 rounds and then just quit.
And these sort of frustrations, I guess, you get in the ring as well as out of the ring. And for a fighter, and you've been fighting all your life, I know your
Yeah,
background well. You are resilient. You have to be in this business.
yeah. I think in life, and obviously you've had your own battles as well outside the ring, and you understand that if you're not resilient and you're a quitter and you give up easy, you're not gonna get anywhere. You're gonna die early or die easy. You have to be a fighter. You have to be mentally strong, and sometimes it's not even about being a fighter. Sometimes it's about being strong. Sometimes it's just little things that people say or people do, or your family or your friends that just give you the extra. Because we all fighters to some aspect in life, you know what I mean? But it's just little things, man, that just helps you get by. Things people say, or your kids, or your dogs, or your cats, or whatever. You know what I mean? Are just little things that just give you that little extra push to go further, to go harder, to be a bit more stubborn, or to try and last a little bit longer.
You said you were going to walk away. You were fed up with it. What
Yeah,
what
yeah.
what has brought you back? Is it the chance, I guess, that you feel to become a world heavyweight champion? Is it because of the money? Is it because of your own pride? What is it that has drawn you back into it?
You know what? I had the shot at the world title. I wasn't nowhere near my best. I didn't. A lot of things happened. I wasn't nowhere near my best in the excuse. I didn't turn up. I didn't turn up on the day, which was weird for me. It was a surreal feeling for me because I always turn up to have a fight and have a go, whether I'm technically good or whatever. I always have a go. Enough, I didn't feel I have a go, and I feel like
Why, Dillian? Why did that happen? I remember seeing you just as you walked out. I was backstage, and
Mhm.
and I was really shocked, and having obviously seen so much of your career, and
Yeah,
you've been
yeah.
thrilling us in battles, win or lose. I didn't get it that night, and obviously Tyson Fury gets the win. It's a huge stadium crowd, but what was it? It just didn't feel right.
You know what? I trained good. I was good, and then a lot of things, personal things, was happening outside, and all of that pushed the back of my head. But everything just, I don't know. I was ready, and then I don't know. Sometimes, as a human being, I think sometimes mentally you can be ready for something for so long and waiting for it for so long and train so hard for it, and when it comes, you just lose it at the wrong time. I guess it was the first for me, but. It's like I wanted to fight. I was up for the fight, but then my body and mind wasn't allowing me. And then I don't know. And then I was just listening a lot to the corner, and then it was giving me good advice. But I don't know. Something just didn't gel and blend properly into the fight. It's one of those things, man.
Did
Hopefully, I
did
learned
did,
from it.
did
It will never happen to me again.
Yeah, did you kick yourself afterwards? Was it back in the dressing
Yeah,
room? It suddenly dawned on you, or was it days later? When did it also think? Well, why didn't I do that? It's so unlike me.
I am. I tried to be honest, and I was a realist. I kicked myself immediately. I was like, man. I was like, damn, I waited so long for it to train so hard for this. And man, it was just strange. I don't know. Maybe I waited too long. Or I don't know, man. For me, it was surreal. I kicked myself immediately. Immediately, I was like, man, you're so stupid. You waited so long and worked so hard, and then at the last hurdle, you fell over.
It's
Literally.
it's a crazy world, isn't it? Tyson Fury
Yeah.
went on, of course, and lost for the
Hmm.
first time against Alexander Usyk in the spring. Now the rematch reignited next week, 6 days on from your own
Hmm.
comeback. How do you see it this time around with Tyson and Alexander?
You know what? For me, it's a great fight and a tough fight for both men because I believe Tyson Fury can make adjustments, and we've seen him fight different way against different fighters, and we've seen him fight different style against the same fighter. You know, I think. if he comes a little bit heavy and bully him and try and fight Usyk the same way he fight Steve Cunningham and Deontay Wilder the second time, I think that's his best chance of getting a victory. But on the other hand, Alexander is a technical genius. And for me, he showed me two things in the last like title fight. He showed me that he's not just a back foot boxer and just a pure technician. He shows that he's got a lot of fight and a lot of dog in him, and he knows how to walk a big man down and come forward. And secondly, he got hurt twice, in my opinion, in the fight. He didn't back up and reorganize and move around. No, he got hurt, made an adjustment, and kept the pressure going and kept pushing Fury back. So for me, that's that I was like, wow, okay, he's a smaller man. Everyone says he's a boxer, but he got hurt, and he went on to hurt Fury just after he got hurt. So it's a very, very tough fight for me to call. I can't say Usyk's going to win, Fury's going to win, because I think we still haven't seen the best of both men in the first fight. I think there's a better Fury and there's still a better Usyk, but Usyk showed more in the first fight. He showed that aggression, and he showed that the size and the weight and being hurt doesn't really matter to him. He knows what to do. He knows to organize himself and keep pressing forward.
It's a fascinating one. I saw Usyk in camp in Spain. He's the consummate professional. He just keeps going, and he still looks really fresh. Tyson, who knows? Does he still have the legs at this stage? We know he's got the size. We know he'll have the hunger. He's great in rematches. It's one of those that's just fantastic for boxing, isn't it?
Yeah, people say you have the legs and this and that. Listen, we all getting older, and all good fighters find a way. Look at Muhammad Ali. When he lost his legs, he was still beating top guys like Josh Foreman. So it's just about finding a way. I'm not too fussed about Fury's legs, whether he's got the legs or whatever. I'm just worried. I'm not seeing what kind of mindset he's in. And that's it. It's not about his legs or his this, that, and the other, because none of us going to move around forever and jump around forever. We have to change your style and adapt as you go. Holyfield slowed down as he got older. Lennox did. All of these guys did. But they find a way to nullify whatever's in front of them. And I think, obviously, this is the fight that will tell us how good Fury really is. Can he make the adjustment? Okay, he may be a bit jaded here and there, but can he make an adjustment? Can he outsmart Usyk? Can he... You know what I mean? This is what we're going to find out.
You said you can't pick, but come on, Dillian. You're an honest guy. You say it as it is. Who do you really feel will come out with his hand raised at the end?
If I had to bet, smart money would say Alexander Usyk because of the things he showed and the style he won in. But I'd also put a bet in Tyson Fury as well, because you can never count him out. You can never, he's been down and out so many times, in and out of the ring, and he's come back and showed us things and made adjustments immediately in fights like the fights with Wilder and stuff like that. Obviously, the Steve Cunningham fight, Steve Cunningham dropped him and he got up and made the adjustment. So there's a lot about him. There's a lot about Alexander Usyk, and it's very hard for me to say who's going to win at the moment, and that's the honest truth.
It's amazing, isn't it, how you have to adapt as you get older. It's those critical changes. How do you think you will adapt over the course of the next couple of years, which is the Indian summer, hopefully, or the closing chapter to what's been a thrilling tale?
It's been one good thing is the team I have. Buddy McGregor's a good coach and a good trainer. He's a real good fighter at all different stages of the career. And it's the advice and the trust we have and the information he delivers. I know he deliver it, and he doesn't try and get me to do more than what I can and can't do. He tries to get me to work in things and be strategic in other things, and he's like, yo, okay, now we need to work more in here, or now we need to do more of this, and I think that's the key.
Yep, I saw him in Sheffield last week in the corner of Amar Akbar, and he's such a wise guy, isn't he? He was a brilliant fighter. People forget that. What an incredible boxer he was back in the day, and also a terrific coach. And his knowledge over the years, he's a very calm man in the corner, isn't he? And a very, very good boxing technician too.
I think what gave him the advantage was the people he trained, the fighters he sparred with, the people who was running his time, and the fact that he was also a fighter, so he understands both ends of it, the ins and out, and what kind of pressure a fighter is in, and what kind of mindset a fighter is in after they've been knocked down and this and the other. So there's some great coaches that never fought before. He's fought and he fought at a high level. He's fought 15 rounds and beating top guys. So,
2025, say you get through Sunday fine, and I guess you want to put on a really powerful
hmm
performance.
hmm
You want to fight 3 or 4 times. What if you were just sort of getting names out of a hat? Who would they be? Who do you really think your style works for, and what makes a great fight for the fans?
I'd love to fight Joseph Parker, Martin Bakoli, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, Tyson Fury. I'll even fight Joey Anderson, Miller, Andy Ruiz, Deontay Wilder. I'd love to fight those
Hang
guys.
on a minute. We haven't got 10 years here, Dillian. I mean,
I
it's
want four
great though.
fights a year. I want 4 fights a year.
I love it.
That's 8 of them in 2 years.
I love it, and I love your attitude. You don't care. You're going against anybody, and that's a throwback. It's refreshing, and now of course with Turkey involved, it's exactly what he wants to hear.
Yeah, I just want to fight, man. I just want to fight and give. Listen, if I can fight those names that I've named, I fought all the best fighters in the last 20 years, and I'm happy with it.
AJ, of course, is the rivalry that goes way back to the amateurs. You had the big professional fight, and it seems a long time ago now. There was going to
Yeah.
be another one that didn't happen. Is Joshua still unfinished business for you, or is Fury a rematch you'd like? Is it Usyk? Who's that one person that you could say, look, if there's one name I could pick for 2025, this
I
would
love
be
to
it.
fight Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
I love to fight Anthony
I thought
Joshua.
you'd say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'd love to fight Derek Silver and Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Yeah. If I get to fight those three people and that's it in my career, I'm happy.
What do you make of Derek? I mean, he's almost the British centurion, the guy that keeps giving. He just keeps finding performances. He's another. You said about Tyson Fury coming back and being extraordinary. What about Derek?
Mhm. He is great, but he does stupid things that take him that while in a fight. He should have waited and fight me in February, to be honest, because Wallen's just going to be negative and cheat him out of a points decision. That's all Wallen's going to do, But Derek's he's a great fighter, man. He's a warrior. He's a warrior. Last time I said, I said, you're not a donkey anymore. You're a war horse now. And then he was laughing. So it was funny. It was funny.
How do you get on with him? Because we remember the table throwing. You had the fantastic first fight, one of the great heavyweight fights I think seen in Britain, the rematch, which was definitive in your favour with that knockout. How do you get on? And do you want that trilogy? And what would happen in it?
We're okay. We're okay. You know what Derek's like? He's okay today, not tomorrow. See his camera, and then he starts going crazy and start acting like it's the end of the world. But when there's no camera, it's cool. So Derek's Derek. I'll knock him out again in the trilogy, and I love that trilogy.
What about AJ? You had him wobbled. It could have been so different, I think, for your career. But then he got you. That sort of stayed with you, I guess, all this time. But now he's in a bit of a crossroads after the performance against Daniel Dubois. How do you see AJ coming back, and when do you think you could fight?
I think AJ's still a top fighter, and there's so much left in him. There's so much more he can do. It's whether or not he wants to do it mentally, really. And that's it. I'd love to fight him summer next year, but let's see. You know, let's see what happens. Or even the end of next year if he wants time, if he wants to have a one fight before or whatever. So, I mean, as long as we fight, I don't care.
Do you think it was unfair that people jump on him, and after the Dubois destruction, which I guess it was, people are saying you retire? It's that sort of thing really irritates me, because fighters have been through the ups and downs, and he's not old for a heavyweight at all. Neither are you. It's weird.
Boxing fans are ungrateful. You should be happy. He fought a good fighter and he lost. He could have picked his career and choose and fought another Francis Ngannou, another Otto Wallin, another two knockouts and run off into the night, and he's happy. But no, he went and challenged a young, hungry challenger and lost to him. Someone who's similar physique to him and similar style to him, who's a bit younger than him and managed to catch him. And that's heavyweight boxing. People should be glad that these fights have been made. When you fight one side of the fight, they start complaining. When you fight a big fight, a dangerous fight, and you lose, they complain. So
You can't win.
Exactly.
What about Daniel Dubois? Obviously, he's turned his career around after what happened with Joe Joyce, what happened with Alexander Usyk, and then he gets the big wins over Miller and Hergovich, and then at Wembley against Joshua. So
He's doing amazing. He's doing amazing. Obviously, my own thing is that they need to give him a bit more credit than what he's been given. Is they need to give him a little bit more credit than what he's been given because he's done something amazing. He's done something amazing. Done something amazing, and he did it in fashion. So they should give him a bit more credit and should make a bit more noise about the kid. He's done well. Well done to the world for what he's done and the fashion he's done it in. Obviously being age is a big thing, but no one doesn't really seem to care really. That he just like the boys were champion. Okay, and that was it. It's a big achievement. They should the British fans should get behind him and support him more.
I couldn't agree with you more. You do talk a lot of sense in boxing terms,
Exactly.
Dillian, as well. I think all the talk was about Joshua afterwards. I think, come on, give the guy credit. He went in, he performed ruthlessly, he was fantastic, and now he's taken a tough defence against Joseph Parker, which is great for fight fans, for giving Parker the opportunity, and obviously one of, if not the best card on February the 22nd we've ever
Mm.
seen.
Firstly, take a shake again. He's pulled it out, as in he's done a great job of making amazing fights, giving us more than value for money. But Daniel Dubois, he means business. He wants to fight. But I hear people saying he's got a few more fights and he's going to retire. I don't know why, because he's a young man and he's doing amazing. So, and this Joseph Parker fight is a dangerous fight because Joseph Parker's got better hand speed than Anthony Joshua, I think. I think he's got better boxing brain, I think. So, but AJ's got that power and that speed. So let's see.
You've shared a ring, obviously, with Joseph Parker. It was a really good fight. Now he's
Mm-hmm.
had this sort of reconnaissance under Andy Lee, boxing really well. The wins
Yeah.
over Wilder and Zhang, and he really fancies this. He was on the Voice of Boxing podcast just the other day, and he absolutely wants this. He says he's in the right place now. He's mature, he's ready, and he's with the right team.
I think Joseph look at the one thing, okay, you got power, but I can I've been able to slide around the ring more than you, and I got a better boxing skills, and I'm a little bit more shrewd than you. I can see why Joseph is excited about this fight because he's thinking, I've been against massive punches, I've been against big guys, tall guys, guys with engines, strong guys, and he's thinking, okay, Daniel was very strong, but I can fit him out of a decision here.
Who's the danger man out there? Who's the loose cannon? Is it a Martin Bacoli? Is it a Ajit Kabayel? Which one's out there? Moses Atauma
They
coming through very fast.
they're all very dangerous. Everyone around now is very dangerous. You got to prepare yourself right to fight these guys because they're dangerous. Everybody now is a great time for boxing.
I think it's great to have you back. How much do you want it at this stage? You've been through everything. You've had those highs. You've been top of the pop, so to speak, and then you've had to realize. You've said you put on that weight. You fell out of love with it. You had your problems. You lost to Tyson. How much do you want it now, Dillian? And do you think we'll see the best of you in the next couple of years?
You know what happened? When you're young, there's no clock, there's no time. You're like, nah. You sort of do what you want and take stuff for granted. But as you get older, you realize that there is a time and there's an expiry date. And if you're gonna do something, you need to be serious and you need to put it all in, otherwise forget it. And I think that's what I've realized now. Man, I'm like, okay, time's flying. This is that last saloon for me to get things right and to put it all in. So that's and I definitely want it a lot. Definitely, definitely. Because now you realize you can't really make mistakes. Because when you're younger, you can make mistakes and come back and shake it off. But as you get older, you realize like, yo, gotta be channel vision and get it right.
Joe was telling me, Joe Parker, that he's got 5 kids now, all under 8. It's a busy house, and he's sort of doing it for himself now, not just his dad, but he's got his own family. I know you're very close to your kids. You've got your dogs.
Mhm.
You've got a lovely setup there, Dillian. So I guess it is
Yeah.
about yourself too now, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's never about myself, man. It's always about my children, man. But I do it for my children, man. To give them a better future than what I have because my upbringing was trash.
It was very hard, wasn't it?
Yeah, very, very, very. But but it's been motivational though, because it's made me want to work harder for the children.
And what do you teach your kids in terms of that respect? They've got a famous dad, a dad who's made money. What is it that you pass on to them?
Don't take nothing for granted. Don't take for granted that you have food in the fridge, or you go to a nice school, or you wear nice clothes, or you have both parents. Don't take it for granted. That's all I teach them. Don't take it for granted, because you know everything can just be gone just like that tomorrow. Appreciate.
Live every day as well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You say there's an expiry date at some stage. Do you think that's probably a couple of years at least away for you? And
Yeah.
then what will you do afterwards? Would you stay and help inspire kids around the boxing world, or will you say goodbye and go and do something completely different?
I don't think I ever say goodbye, because I like the game. I like helping people. So I'll be around. I'll be around. I'll be around. Definitely be around.
I don't want you not to be around, put it that way.
No, I'll be around. I'll be around. We'll still be having a laugh. You know, I'll still be the same me at 60, just being silly.
I love that. I love that, Dillian. What are we going to see Sunday in Gibraltar against Tete? What performance are we going to have from you?
I always try to knock someone out. That's the one time I really tried to knock someone out, I lost, was the Tyson Fury fight. I was trying to box and do stuff. No, I'm gonna try and knock. I always try to knock someone out. So I'm expecting I need to get a few rounds. I'll listen to Buddy and do what Buddy wants, but I'm gonna try and bring the pain, man.
And will you become a world heavyweight champion officially before you retire?
God willing, I hope and pray to God.
Dillian, it's a pleasure. I won't keep you longer. I know it's
Yeah,
very
thanks.
soon
I gotta
till
get off
fight
to
time. I know you do.
Meeting.
I know
Thank
you
you.
do. And we'll have you back in the studio back in North London when you come back next year. That'll be
Thank you.
absolutely
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you in
Thank you, God
Gibraltar
bless.
Sunday. And
Okay.
great chatting to you as ever.
Respect, Adam. Thank you. Cheers, man.